Hey, I'm Colin Schindler, team lead of the Schindler Home Team, and this is the Beloit Buzz, where I sit down with local business owners and hear their stories. They're the ones who make Beloit a fun place to live, work, and play. Stick around and discover the who, the what, and the why behind Beloit's Buzz. Welcome back. Today I am here with my best friend, partner in crime, team member, teammate, Casey Bellard, but the reason why we are here today is his latest business adventure, the Downtown Den. Wonderful establishment you have here, man. I'm super proud of you, and we can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Absolutely. So, I'm sure that we all want to know, because I want to know, because I had no idea about any of this until it literally happened. I never heard one peep from this guy about owning a pizza joint. And all of a sudden one day he was signing a lease on a bar and doing pizza by the slice. So where did this idea come from? How did it all start?
Yeah, well, first of all, I never in a million years thought I would ever actually even own a bar. So, one thing led to another on that one. But as far as the pizza by the slice, I don't know. Beloit's a growing community. I'm super invested here in this community. I'm born and raised from Beloit, and always want to try to find ways to give back and make it better. So the downtown and Beloit in general, since I've been a kid, has just blown up and got to be a really great place. And I'm always thinking with the entrepreneurial mindset on how we can make it better and how I could add to that. And, I've been to some pizza by the slice places before and stuff like that in some bigger cities, and I just thought, because Beloit is expanding and growing and the downtown's becoming a really awesome place, I was like, what a better place to put a pizza by the slice. But I really wanted to do it in a different way, and we can get into that in a little bit and on how we're actually different. But yeah, it really just started with more of like a thought in my mind and how we could make Beloit better, and then pizza by the slice came to my mind, and one thing led to another, and here we are. So
yeah, and it's had absolutely fantastic initial success. If you haven't had a slice yet, you have to get down here and check it out. It's a super cool environment. The aesthetic in here is absolutely beautiful. Casey's worked super hard on this, and you're gonna have to come check it out if you haven't already. So you say your pizza by the slice is different. You want it to be different. I guess maybe explain to our audience as to how it's different or why you wanted to do it differently.
Yeah. So if you go to a lot of pizza by slice places, or actually almost all of them that I know of, I'm sure there's maybe some other ones across the United States that I don't know about, but everyone that I've ever been in, you walk in and you are looking through a glass, or you're looking at pizzas that are pre-made and sitting out. And you would, generally you would come up, you would pick your slice, and then they would put it back in the warmer or oven and rewarm it, and then you would be served your slice. So although that's a great way to do it, I wanted to put a twist on it, not only because I wanted to be different, but because I didn't want to have waste, and I didn't like the idea of having things out in warmers or being rewarmed. So the hardest part about this whole thing was figuring out how we could do pizza by the slice and make it fresh and make it made to order. So then the ideas and the thoughts and everything had to really get rolling on. Once I decided and found out that I was getting the spot and the space down here, figuring out how we're going to make that happen. So just putting our heads together between me, family members, my dad, all these different people, and just thinking about how we can make this happen. We came up with, we started making prototypes and things, and we had to figure out what size dough that we needed first in order to get the right size slices out that we wanted to do, because I wanted to have it be a large slice. I didn't want it to be a slice where you come in and you need like 2 or 3. I wanted it to be a slice where you come in, you buy one, it's really good, it's fresh, it's made to order, all those things I just mentioned, and you walk out full and happy. So we had to come up with the prototype of the triangle to fit our slice that we wanted. We had to take it to a manufacturer and have the triangle molds and the cutter made. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are hearty slices of pizza. Do not, or come hungry. Do not plan on this being like an appetizer where you're going to go grab a bite to eat at one of the other fantastic local eateries down here, because you are going to be full from one slice and a couple glasses of beer.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we got a lot of options too. We do a specialty pizza once a month, so that changes. The first month that we opened, we did mac and cheese, which was a great hit, and such a great hit that we ended up keeping it on the menu all the time. And this month now is taco pizza. So, and then Saturdays and Sunday mornings from 11 to 1:30, we're doing a biscuits and gravy pizza and also a breakfast pizza. I've also pushed it and done half biscuits and gravy and half breakfast, and it's also amazing. So.
Okay. All right. So aside from these specialty pizzas, what are your go-to toppings?
My go-to toppings are probably sausage, pepperoni, onion, and tomato, and probably like a banana pepper or jalapeno of some sort. If I'm feeling like I need a little heat.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
So we have beers on tap. We have pizza. There's also a couple specialty craft cocktails on the menu as well.
Yep.
This isn't just pub style. There's a little bit of something for everyone. Tell us a little bit more about the cocktails.
Yeah, absolutely. So my manager, Chelsea Johns, she is a huge help in making and coming up with all the cocktails. So we have like different martinis. The first month was lemon drop martini. This month is caramel apple martini. So there's a lot of different ones on the menu that we are starting to implement now. Espresso martini, a bunch of other ones. So, and then as far as the beer goes, we have obviously a lot of beers on tap, and we got, I think it's 13 or 14 tap handles up there that we can have on tap, and all the basic ones, but also trying to find and source some local breweries. So we've had Dusterbeck's, which are still on tap, their peanut butter porter, and also G5 beer. This month is a specialty, which is like a cherry lime sour. So
yeah. So Casey has always had, we've both had our fingers in a little bit of everything. This guy has truly inspired me throughout the years, because I do a lot of stuff, but this man is just always go. So you're on our real estate team, the Schindler Home Team, obviously. You sell some insurance, you do some flips, you own some rentals, you have another bar. You talk about the challenges of creating this specialty by the slice pizza. What other kind of challenges have you faced here, or just, being an entrepreneur in general? How do you do everything that you do?
yeah.
On top of being a dad.
Yeah, well, I guess that goes to my first point. It's a lot. First of all, it's a lot. I feel like if anybody were to write a book on my life, it would be called The 5-Year Sacrifice, right? Because it's really taken, since I've started the grind, I'll call it, it's probably taking a good 5 years to really get to a point where it starts to feel like momentum and things are really going and flowing. But first and foremost, having a supportive wife at home and family, and something that really just drives you to be where you want to be. So for me, that was my family. You and I have had our fun in the past for sure. And when
we could also write a book on that.
We could also write another book on that. Yeah. So once we got out of our fun phase, and I ended up meeting my wife, Kendra, who we met in Monroe at Cheese Days, which is like a true Wisconsin story. After we met, we had a kid shortly after, like a year and a half later, after we got married, and I don't know, that's what really drove me to just get me going, right? So I think you have to have a purpose, something that drives you and wanting to be, quote unquote successful. And successful can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but so that's really the motivation behind it. As far as what it takes, it takes a lot. It takes a grind, and you have to set your sights on things, and even just tried new things. Like I was at the fire department for a number of years, doing that as my full-time job while I started real estate, while I was flipping houses, while I was buying rental properties. I even dabbled in selling insurance for a while, and then buying rental properties and flipping and stuff. So it's trying, you start down a path, I think, is like what I did, and then figuring out what you love and what makes it all worth it, and now I'm here, I'm selling real estate on the Schindler Home Team, and running 2 bars is kind of like my go-to now, and I'll probably pick up a house here and there, as they come along. But that's what's driving me now, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So
You can't sit still.
can't sit still.
That's a good thing. We would run around with shovels and lawnmowers and refinishing hardwood floors. And as much fun as we had, we were always, even in our kind of crazier days, we were trying to figure out what that next thing was, what more was, how we could better ourselves and better the people around us. And we had a lot of great support.
Yeah.
And so it takes a village for sure. You kind of touched on a few things there, but if there was someone who wants to do something like this, who wants to get involved, who wants to be as hands-on as you are, like, what would you recommend? How would someone go about doing the things that you do, the things that we do?
Yeah, I think first thing, it comes from the drive. I think it does take a special person. I don't think that entrepreneurship or real estate or the things that we do are for everybody. I think that there is a certain type of person that it calls and it needs. But I didn't know that in myself, though, to be honest. It's hard to pick that out of a crowd because I was on the fire department and I thought I was going to retire from there and doing that career. And then just one thing led to another, and a lot of the doors opened for me when I started selling real estate as a realtor. Just finding a way to build extra income on the side of your main job, just so it can kind of add fuel to your fire and you can start doing other things. And really that takes a lot of sacrifice when you start working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. It can be hard on your family, it can eat up a lot of your time and a lot of your fun time. And that's why I say it's kind of like a sacrifice, right? It's the 5-year sacrifice, right? So a lot of late nights, a lot of, researching and learning and podcasts and reaching out to people in the community that are in the thing that you're looking to do and trying to make connections and heading down a path where you really just get involved with as much things as you can, start learning. And then from there, you have to have a little bit of risk-taking, I think, inside of you and be willing to take that leap. And when you know and it feels right in your gut that this next thing ahead of you, you have to be willing to jump on it and do it. There's a lot of people that talk a lot and say a lot of things, but they don't take the action. And I think taking action is what is truly key and moving forward and becoming successful. So,
absolutely. Casey is one of the hardest working people that I know. I'm super proud of him. He's able to figure out, I'm going to get emotional here. He's able to figure out
I'm proud of you too, man. You've done great as well.
It's been good. We've been our own worst enemies at times, but we've also been our biggest cheerleaders, our supporters as well. And you've certainly been one of mine, and I hope that I've been one of yours as well. So
absolutely,
it's been a fun and wild ride.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to add about the den here, about any of our other business dealings, or just life in general that you want to finish it out with?
If you haven't been to the den, come down. Again, it's pizza by the slice. It's we try to keep all of our ingredients as fresh as possible. And like I said, it's a big slice, so you should leave full and happy. There's drinks here. It's a good time. We got different things going on in the weekends with different singers and things like that. I also own another bar, so if you're looking for a bar that doesn't have food and you're looking to hang out and have some drinks and sit around some good folks, the Casey's Bel Ray is also another option in the Beloit area. And then, of course, if you need to sell any real estate, whether you're buying or selling, Schindler Home Team.
Hit us up. Shameless plug there. So, it's an honor to call you a friend, to call you a business partner, to see all the things that you're doing. Seriously, guys, call the Schindler Home Team. No, seriously, check out the Downtown Den. Check out Casey's Bel Ray. Say hi. You couldn't meet a nicer guy or a better person who's inspiring and doing big things in the community.